I was only a pencil. No gold. No diamonds. Just a piece of wood. And a heart of graphite. Yet one day, the world's brightest minds picked me up. With every stroke across a sheet of paper, I helped record ideas that would change history forever. They believed they were ending a war. They never imagined they were beginning a new age. I am the pencil that witnessed the birth of the atomic bomb. And this is the story I have carried ever since. Before the explosion, there was only silence. Behind locked doors. Far from newspapers. Far from the eyes of the world. The place was called Los Alamos. The heart of the secret Manhattan Project. Scientists filled the room with blackboards covered in equations. They argued. They erased. They calculated. Then they started again. One night, a young scientist picked me up. His fingers trembled. He stared at a single equation for what felt like forever. His hand stopped. He closed his eyes. Then he whispered. If this works, what happens next? No one answered. The room remained silent. Only the scratching of my graphite across the paper could be heard. With one slow breath, he finished the equation. I could feel the weight in his hand. It wasn't fear of failure. It was fear of being right. Day after day, my point grew shorter. The papers beneath me filled with calculations, corrections, and impossible questions. Every line brought humanity one step closer to unlocking the power hidden inside the atom. No one celebrated. Everyone understood. If they succeeded, history would never be the same. Then came July 16, 1945. The New Mexico desert waited in darkness. Suddenly, a blinding flash turned night into day. The first atomic bomb test, the Trinity test, had succeeded. The ground trembled. The shockwave rolled across the desert. Some scientists smiled with relief. Others stood frozen, unable to speak. One of them later remembered an ancient line. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. In that instant, they realized they hadn't just solved a scientific mystery. They had changed humanity forever. Only weeks later, the world learned the names. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Entire cities were devastated. Countless lives were lost. For decades, people have debated whether the bomb ended the war or opened the door to a terrifying new era. I cannot answer that question. I was only a pencil. I did not choose what was written through me. I simply witnessed history being recorded. Perhaps I have long since turned to dust. But every mark I made reminds the world of one truth. Knowledge is powerful. A pencil can write a love letter, a child's dream, a poem that inspires generations, or the equation that changes civilization forever. I was never dangerous. I was only a pencil. The danger was never in the graphite. It was always in the human heart. History never remembers the pencil. But history remembers what it wrote.